What is up, you guys? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Not just happy Sunday, though, of course. A happy Mother's Day to you all. Hope you all are having a great, fantastic Mother's Day. And, yeah, why not stream? So, what you guys want to talk about today? Heck yeah. I mean, not much has been going on in the movie sphere this weekend, although we did get some new um, photos, of course, for Avengers Doomsday in the that snowy area. Who knows? Maybe that snowy area with where Anthony Mackie is pretty much shooting some scene, filming some scenes at is probably Latveria, probably where Doctor Doom is from. Now, I have no idea or not if this is true, but hey, though, if it is, that could be cool. Hope you guys are having a safe and very, very great Sunday / Mother's Day, of course, today. Heck yeah. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are all doing great. Your boy is, of course, doing fantastic. Heck yeah. So yeah, what you guys want to discuss on this Sunday afternoon? Heck yeah. Hmm. I'll be right back, guys. Hang on. Ah, there we go. I'm back. Heck yeah, your boy is back. Hmm. Oh yeah. So yeah, what you guys want to talk about? I figured maybe since you know what, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's rank MCU Phase 5. You know, because Phase 5 is now pretty much over. So coming in at my number 6 for me, dead last, is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Now look, guys, this movie was just was just pre- was pretty bad, yeah. And that's saying something, especially for, an Ant-Man movie when the first two were, goofy, silly, fun, heist movies, and then Quantumania just fully just goes out there into the weirdness and the craziness with the whole, you know, with the whole King, with the whole Kang storyline and all that. And by the way, this movie was supposed to be one of the more important movies of the MCU because obviously, we were supposed to get, Avengers King Dynasty, of course, before it was called Avengers Doomsday. And then, of course, all the stuff happened with Jonathan Majors and all that stuff. And then, of course, all that stuff happened with Jonathan Majors. And now, of course, we switched from Kang to Doctor Doom. And don't even get me started on what the hell they did with MODOK. Yeah, there's no way in hell you can make that work in live action. And what do you know? The MCU proved that. Yeah, MODOK sucked. And not to mention, of course, Kang gets defeated in that movie by ants. Like, really? Really? Again, at one point, Kang was supposed to be the MCU's next big bad after Thanos, but I'm sorry, but like him getting defeated by a bunch of ants, like, no, hell no, mm-mm, mm-mm. Number 5 for me is going to be the Marvels now. Now, I thought that this movie was also just meh. I mean, obviously, I'm a guy for one, not a girl. And so, I mean, I'm not really that big of a fan or anything. Like, I mean, the 3 actresses were okay in the role, but the villain in the movie, was completely just another one of those mediocre MCU villains, and it's saying something when the damn end credit scene was more fun than was more great than the actual movie itself. Like, it's saying something with the whole X-Men and thing when Beast coming back, and we know that end credit scene's actually going to get paid off somehow in Avengers Doomsday next year. So yeah, number 5 for me. Yeah, that movie. Coming in at my number 4 for me is going to be Captain America: Brave New World. Now I did enjoy Captain America: Brave New World. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Red Hulk was a badass, and finally a Savage Hulk again in the MCU, a badass Hulk. Like, finally, he wasn't, offering breakfast tacos like what Smart Hulk did with Ant-Man and Avengers Doomsday. Like, no, I mean Avengers Endgame, I meant to say. And of course, I thought that Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson did a pretty good job does a pretty good job. Did a pretty good job, of course, as our new Captain America. Of course, you have some pretty good fight scenes, mainly, of course, the flying section in the movie where they're trying to take down all those veterans and stuff. Of course, you have the other Hulk villain in here, the leader. Like, I don't know why. Like, why are you using Hulk villains in a Captain America movie? For one, that Harrison Ford as General Ross, I thought, did a pretty good job. And so, yeah, that movie's my number 4. Number 3 for me, Deadpool and Wolverine. Look, this movie is just number 3 for me, Deadpool and Wolverine. Look, this movie is just absolute, just fantastic movie. Thankfully, Disney did not water down Deadpool at all. They kept him just as rated R as the first 2 movies. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's chemistry in the movie was really, really great. And of course, the action scenes in that movie were fantastic. Of course, you have all the and of course all the other great cameos in the movie were great. Or should I say supporting roles, not cameos. Wesley Snipes' Blade and Jennifer Garner's Elektra. That was like all of that was really really great and really cool. And of course, Channing Tatum finally getting to play Gambit after after that project got canceled way back when was really really cool and awesome. And of course, finally seeing Hugh Jackman in that yellow suit was just really cool. So yeah, I had a pretty good time with Deadpool and Wolverine. Number two for me, Thunderbolts, or the New Avengers, I should say. So yeah, Thunderbolts, what I thought was a pretty good movie. Everybody in the cast did a good job. Florence Pugh as Yelena, she did a good job. She's pretty much the main star of the movie. And Sebastian Stan as Bucky. Of course, he was always great. Check out my full review if you want more of my in-depth thoughts. And of course, one of the best end credit scenes in years. I mean, seriously, actually getting you hyped and excited for the next movie, which is what a good Marvel end credit scene should do. So yeah, I had a pretty good time with Thunderbolts, and Sentry was a badass. Hell yeah. Lewis Pullman was awesome as Sentry. Hell yeah. But for me, number one, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 of MCU Phase 5. Yeah, that's right, guys. Guardians of the Galaxy freaking 3. I mean, what else can I say about? I mean, what can I say about this movie? I mean, James Gunn nailed the conclusion to this trilogy. Of course, everybody brought their A game. The story, of course, mainly focusing on Rocket and his past. Like, oh, just so gut wrenching and just heartbreaking to see once you do see it on screen. And of course, once you get to the end, yes, it's sad, but at the same time, it's satisfying that the Guardians have now pretty much gone off and pretty much done their own separate ways. Like, it is just a damn good conclusion to this to this version of the Guardians team. Who knows if we'll ever see them again? I'm sure we might, maybe. The door's always open. But yeah, though, what they did with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and especially what they did with, I mean, Rocket Raccoon's past and all that stuff. Like, seriously, if you have not seen Guardians 3, just like, go check it out. It's a great conclusion to the Guardians trilogy. And yeah. So yeah, that was pretty much my ranking of MCU Phase 5. I know I really didn't go in depth with some of these, but that's okay though. But yeah though. Anybody gonna come in today? Anyone? Anybody at all? Hello. Heck yeah. Ah. Wait, what? Sorry, guys. Sorry. So, yeah, what you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want to discuss? Again, I apologize, guys. Not really much of any, like, obviously not much of any, news to go over or anything. Obviously, again, I got all the news pretty much covered last week that I did, of course, in regular video format. Although maybe I should cover some stuff, like some stuff in stream form, and I'm probably gonna, try to do my best to, cover some. Well, I'm gonna try to like cover some bit of movie news, in so that way I won't have to do, separate videos or separate, for like each individual news. Like sometimes like if a lot of news drops on one day or something, like I'll do my best to fit all that into one video, or I might do a live stream talking about that news. Or I might do a live trailer reaction or something, like, for a big movie trailer. I'm going to try my best to, like, make my channel a little bit more, focused and whatnot. I'm not saying that my channel has never been focused or anything. My channel's always been focused, but like, try to do, different forms of, but like, try to do different forms pretty much of, content. So that way, so that way you guys aren't, left out of any of the, big news or anything. Like, I don't know, like maybe when the next big movie trailer releases, I might do a stream instead of a, regular reaction. I might do a stream reaction. I might, like I said, again, if a lot of news drops like in one big day or something, I'm gonna try to get, all of that in one video, so that way I won't have to, do things separately and all that stuff. Or I might do a stream covering it all in one big video. And I know I don't really do ranking videos that much. I know I'm not really, I know I don't do ranking videos that much, but I'm going to try to maybe get some, but I'm going to try to like maybe get some, like, going to try to get into the mood of maybe doing some more ranking videos in the future. Like obviously what I did with my top 10 MCU action scenes stream. If you guys saw that stream, but like, I don't know. But I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know exactly how to stand out from the crowd. I mean, everybody and their mother has done, reviews and whatnot, and obviously rankings, trailer reactions, all that stuff. And like, how do I put, like, do like my own, like my own style pretty much of, so I don't feel like a copy of, my other fellow YouTubers. Like, what do I do, guys? I mean, obviously something like, obviously something like, big fat like MCU ranking or whatever, like would be pretty tough because we have like 35, 36, like or so movies. Like, dang, like by the time we get to 100, I don't know if I would be able to do because there's so many. Like, I mean, yeah, and I know. I was able to do like Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th ranking all in one big fat video, big fat stream. I know I was able to do that, but you know why? That's because it was at like 33, reasonable number. Whereas like the MCU is what? Like at 36 or so movies? Like that's a lot. That is a crap ton of movies. Obviously I know I did my Daredevil seasons ranked stream. I know I did that one as well. But like maybe if it's like a Saturn, like obviously weekends like these to where like there's not really much of any or like at all like movie news. I probably might do more rankings in the future. I mean, hey, obviously I got to do something to keep my stuff going. You know what I mean? So like, and obviously there's not really like big news that drops on the weekends unless if you're something like Comic Con, because obviously that's a weekend, because that drops on a weekend, I think, and you got a crap ton of stuff, mainly, of course, MCU Marvel stuff during Comic Con, but some DC stuff. Like, I don't know. Obviously, I'll definitely do like ranking of, and obviously I do know how to, and obviously I can do, ranking of, different, like new, like movie installments with the newest installment. Obviously, I did that with Sonic the Hedgehog movies, and probably gonna do that when Mission Impossible comes out, the newest Mission Impossible. I'm probably also going to do it for when we get the new Fantastic Four, because obviously now we pretty much would have four Fantastic Four movies to talk about in total once that one releases. And obviously, yeah, there's the new Superman, but obviously I could never really get into like the Christopher Reeve era Superman movies. So how in the world would I be able to do, that ranking? Because obviously like, I could never really get like even now like I just can't really get into like, so how in the world would I be able to do a Superman movie ranking with the newest one that's coming out in July with the older Superman movies if I've never really gotten into Christopher Reeve? Like, it's tough. It's really tough. But I don't know, you guys. I mean, like I said, though, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best to like make my channel a little bit more like professional and stuff. Again, maybe do some rankings, like when movie news and stuff is dry. Obviously, when we get a new movie installment in a franchise, obviously I'm probably gonna do like a ranking video series with that movie. Like obviously, probably when the new Mission Impossible movie comes out in about 2 weeks, or when the new Fantastic Four movie releases, and I'm probably gonna do one like who knows? I might just rank. I pretty much might even rank the just Avengers movies when we get to Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Of course, Doomsday next year, Secret Wars 2027. And if we get, movie news in a week, movie news like that's like a lot or something, I might do with my buddy, I might do to where like obviously I'll either do all the big news like in one video, or I'll do like or I'll do like a stream talking about like the big news, kind of like what 3C Films does on Friday nights, or this previous weekend. It was yesterday, last night, obviously. So yeah, going forward with my stuff, with my content, I'm pretty much am gonna try to be a little bit more professional, and pretty much try to give you guys, as much stuff as I possibly can. I mean, movie news, obviously, rankings, maybe some more top tens if I could think of any. Because I would say, because it feels like everybody and their damn mother has done like every like top 10 like ranking video like under the sun. Now, obviously, nobody has ever done. Now, obviously, I don't think I don't think anybody has ever done, obviously, top 10 MCU action scenes. So maybe that's probably where my idea that popped into my head when I did that stream. Top 10 MCU action scenes. So yeah, you guys can pretty much expect more of that stuff. Obviously, coming your way on my channel. Obviously, more news. Whenever we get new movies and franchises, obviously I'll do a ranking. Might not do one for the new Superman because obviously, like I said, I could never really get into the Christopher Reeve era of movies, and the only one I've seen in full is obviously Henry Cavill with Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and Justice League. Both cuts. Joss Whedon and Zack Snyder. Cut. Definitely gonna try to do like more live spoiler reviews, like especially if it's for a bigger release. Obviously, like what I did with Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and pretty much what I'm gonna do whenever we get Avengers Doomsday. Obviously, Fast 10 Part 2, because that's a major release. And yeah. But pretty much if it's, a big release, because obviously with Thunderbolts, obviously that wasn't really like a huge, big, mega, oh shit, I gotta see it right away event type of movie, like something like Avengers is. Now, like obviously something like Avengers or Fast 10 Part 2 will be, or obviously with Sonic the Hedgehog 4 in 2027. But so I pretty much did my review did my regular movie review for that, and obviously I did, spoilers at the end of that review. So yeah. If it's not something like a big, huge event film with some, again, something like an Avengers or a Sonic the Hedgehog, then I'm probably not going to do a, live stream spoiler. I'll pretty much do a regular review for that one. For like those type of movies, if it's not, a big event type of movie. But yeah, though, I guess I'll be seeing you guys later. I guess if nobody wants to come into the chat, again, now I understand. I understand. It is Mother's Day after all, so I'm sure you guys are pretty much hanging out, doing something for all your moms. I can understand that. But yeah, happy Sunday, happy Mother's Day, and I guess I'll be seeing you guys later with more videos and more live streams in the future. And yeah, peace out, guys.